Gates, Lito, what happened? Studios and gas stations, we supposed to get that years ago. What happened? Starlito, you on your workout regimen. You on your everything now. Gates, you working out. Talking about, you tap into a different frequency. What's up? What y'all on? I'm trying to figure it out. Us fans, we been waiting for hellers. What's up? For those that don't know, Starlito and Gates, they been, locked in since whatever. And, they was rumored to have it ain't even rumored. They was supposed to release a joint project together called Studios and Gas Stations. Why that title? They said because around that time, that's all they was doing. They was getting together, linking in the studio, going to gas stations. Around that time, they was heavy on the lean, heavy on that syrup. So, that's all that they was on for the most part. You hear me? But like now, it's just like, we ain't heard nothing from them since. They ain't did no collabs. They didn't release plenty of projects, plenty of mixtapes. I ain't heard nothing from them since 2016 or something. So I'm like, did y'all fall out or what? But y'all know, man, when Gates was really like on the rise, bro, every interview he was in, he'll be like, they be like, who your favorite artist? He'd be like, Starlito. I listen to Starlito. Starlito my favorite artist. Starlito my favorite artist. He my favorite rapper. He was geeked up in Starlito documentary or the YouTube video. Man, that's my favorite rapper, bro. That's my favorite rapper.
I'm sorry, bro. That's my favorite rapper.
And Starlito just be looking like, yeah, right on. Starlito said that when he said he was riding around listening to satellite radio or something. He said he heard Gates, kept giving him his props. Like, man, I rock with Starlito. So he was like, man, we eventually locked in and it's been on ever since. And then they got a song, the MYB together, you know what I'm saying? So everybody thought that they was finna lock in and, do something, right? And, they went on a couple tours together, did a couple shows together, and it just like crickets. So my question is, like, what happened? You know what I mean? And the thing that made Gates and Lito so tough is because it's like you got Starlito like the lyrical, very lyrical, and he very introspective with his lyrics. You feel me? So he talking about the same stuff. Basically, and he really influenced Gates as far as like, remember when Gates had a time where he's got a rapper like this, got a rapper like this. As a matter of fact, on the song with him and Lito, they had his Gates' verse was kind of like, had that little groggy, like, you do something, you do not hit hard.
Bust me in my shit, but you do not hit hard.
Like, that was his little, I guess he was trying to be like Lito or whatever. That was that lean voice. But, and then what made Gates so dope is because Gates was more melodic. Gates was lyrical too, but his thing was more, he was more aggressive with it, and he's more melodic. So that was that nice balance that they needed. And it was like, man, I was geeked up behind it. I'm like, man, they seen it, like when Gates had got locked up, Lito had, put him in the put out that little slick like that little mini video and was like, yeah, free Gates or whatever. So I thought when Gates got out, I thought eventually him and Lito was gonna, do something together, man. It's been crickets ever since. So my question is this, man, like, what happened? Can we get a studio and gas stations? Now don't get me wrong, Lito, he got clean. He said he ain't on the lean no more. Same thing with Gates. I salute that, because both of them is, both of them older in age, both of them, just evolving. They ain't really got time for the extra, you know what I'm saying? So they both, pretty much drug free from my understanding. So they really just, got a clear mind and they really just, creating. So I'm just like, damn, what's up? Like, did y'all fall out or what? Like, let me know something, because us fans, man, we waiting on it, bro. We've been waiting on it for years. Now, if y'all, I get it, man. You know how this rap thing go, bro. You know how it is when, people, you rock with somebody, do a couple songs with them. You feel me? Then, things happen, whether it's involving the music business or outside business, whatever the case may be. Y'all fall back and, y'all want to keep it G. So y'all ain't finna, really speak on what y'all got going on. But I don't know, man. It just seemed like something going on because, Starlito was in a recent interview and they brought up Gates or whatever. And he kind of talked about it like, yeah, man, that was like well over 10 years ago. What was me, Gates, we was doing this and the third. Cause they got a lot of collabs together. But then the interviewers ain't even asked like, hey, Like, so you and Gates still rapping? Y'all still, you know, y'all still cool? You know, there ain't nobody say nothing, bro. So I'm like, bro, like, what happened? Like, tell me something, you know? But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm if they was to release something right now, bro, I'm on it, because I'm gonna be honest, like Gates, like the type of vibe he on, I respect what he on, like mentally and as a man, you know what I'm saying? But like his music, I ain't even really feeling it like that. And Lito, you know, Lito shaking back. I'm really interested in that, and I'm really interested in that, and when I say, hold on, when I say Lito shaking back, I'm saying like Lito, he wasn't dropping as much as Don Tripp. Don Tripp was dropping a tape every month. You hear me? Lito wasn't. So Lito just not getting back in his bag. That's what I mean when shaking back. And you know, him and Don Tripp, you know, they always gonna, you know, got something cracking. They got Step Brothers 4 on the way. So, you know, shout out to Lito and Don Tripp. But I was really geeked up knowing that Lito and Gates had something cracking. You know, I was really geeked up behind that. But you know how it go, man. So my thing is this, man. I just want to know what happened. If y'all can tell me what happened, man, if y'all can tell me if they fell out or not, y'all can tell me something. Gates, Lito, if y'all watching, bro, just say coming soon or nah, man, we going our separate ways. And this ain't no video to be like, oh, man, y'all beefing. Nah, I ain't no messy dude, bro. I just want to know what happened, because man, if that's the case, bro, if y'all got some unreleased songs, bro, drop that, bro. Drop it, because us fans, bro, us Gates and Lito fans, bro, we would love to hear that. Like, we already heard the stuff that y'all already released. No, what's that other stuff that y'all was talking about releasing? What's that unreleased studios and gas station stuff that y'all was talking about releasing, bro? If y'all ain't cool no more, whatever the case may be, man, go and release that, bro. Go and release it. Release it to the streets, bro. Just have it like a little free living stand. I get it. You know, it's like, man, how we gonna eat if we don't rock with each other? Like, I don't know, bro. But let me know, man. I just want to know what happened. Y'all tell me what happened, man, because man, Lito and Gates need to come back, bro. They need to collab again, bro. Like, I ain't been hearing all these new Lito tapes. I ain't heard no Gates on there. All these new Gates projects, I ain't heard nan Lito on there, bro. So what's up, bro? What's up? What y'all on, man? What y'all on? Lito, Gates, talk to me. What happened, bro? What happened? Where that studios and gas stations at? I know y'all don't sip lean no more, but man, call it something else, bro. Call it studios and green tea. Call it something. I don't know what it is, bro, but let me know something, bro, because us fans, we've been waiting on that for years, bro. And y'all playing with us, bro. Let us know something.